Namaskar. Today it's May 29th, 2026. Welcome to day 77 of Satvik Yogi Path. Each year on March 14 begins my 100 days journey in returning to the essence of yoga towards the celebration of International Day of Yoga on June 21st. This year I chose to revisit Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Sūtra and share my daily practices inspired by it. Once again, welcome to day 77 of Satvik Yogi Path. Today it is Yoga Sūtra 2.26 or the 26th Yoga Sūtra from the second chapter, Sadhana Pad. Yesterday, in day 76, we learned that when avidyā ends, misidentification ends, the false conjunction ends, and the seer rests in kaivalya. Today, Patanjali tells us how avidya ends. And Maharshi Patanjali gives us one method. Viveka, khyāti, uninterrupted, discriminative knowledge. So let us first practice to recite Yoga Sūtra 2.26. Viveka khyātir viplava hanupaya. Let's do it again. Viveka khyātir aviplava hano upaya. Uninterrupted, discriminative knowledge is the means to cessation. Let us break it down word by word to understand a little better. So the Yoga Sutra is Viveka Khyātir Aviplava Hanopaya. Vivek Khyāti. This is the word Vivek Khyāti, which means discriminative knowledge or the clear seeing of difference. Clear seeing of difference. That's Viveka Khyāti. Then comes Aviplava. Aviplava, which means uninterrupted or not shaken. Steady, uninterrupted. And then Hana Upaya, the means to cessation, which comes down to the meaning of the means to the cessation of avidya, misidentification, is uninterrupted, discriminative knowledge. Maharshi Patanjali explains this way that Vivek Khyāti is a continuous clarity that sees the seer as seer, the seen as seen, the eternal as eternal, the changing as changing, the self as the self, and the non-self as the non-self. This clarity must be steady, unbroken, unshaken, continuous, not a moment of clarity, but a stream of clarity. And this is the heart of Viveka Khyāti. Remember, not a moment of spiritual insight, not glimpses of spiritual insight, but unwavering awareness, continuous, a stream of clarity. So, here is a story from our daily lives to better understand, that I will use as an analogy to understand Yoga Sūtra 2.26. Imagine a lamp in the dark room. Imagine a lamp in the dark room. If the lamp flickers, shadow appears. In the flicker, shadow appears. Shapes distort because of the flickering lamp. Fear arises. Confusion returns. But what if the lamp is steady? In the dark room, the lamp is steady. What happens? Everything becomes clear. Nothing is threatening. Nothing is confusing. Nothing is misunderstood. So the steady lamp is viveka khyāti, the uninterrupted, discriminative knowledge. A flickering lamp is a momentary clarity. A glimpse, it's like the glimpse of spiritual insight. But a steady lamp is uninterrupted clarity. Viveka khyāti. Maharshi Patanjali is saying that freedom comes not from a moment of clarity, but from a continuity of clarity. So you don't have to fight the clash or the afflictions of mind. You only have to see clearly, continuously. That's the condition, continuously. So when clarity becomes continuous, bondage becomes impossible. So, what are we practicing today? We notice one moment of clarity and then we extend it for a few breaths. One moment of clarity and then we extend it for a few breaths. And then gentle repetition. And then bhavna on steady seeing, contemplating on steady seeing. So let us practice our stillness practice, starting with steady and settling our breath. So make sure you're sitting on your sitting bones and your back and spine is straight, and you're looking at a point at the eye level, and with roll your shoulder if you have to so your chest opens up. Place one hand gently over your navel, and with your smile you may close your eyes and just breathe gently from the navel, and also it falls back as you breathe out on your navel. So let us do this. and just relax. Breathing in and out right from your navel. And feel the movement as you breathe in, the movement around your navel. Breathe out. As you breathe in, you have your hand over your nabhi and the area extends. As you breathe out, it distends. So observe, breathe in, breathe out. And once your breath has softened and your body is steady, now we move on to bring to your mind one situation where clarity flickers. Clarity flickers. Let me quickly give a shout out to Sean So Clean. Excellent. I love your username because it has this word clean in it. Sean, thank you so much for joining today's session. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now you would bring one situation where clarity is shaken. It's like not steady. It's like a glimpse of clarity. So a moment where you know the truth, but forget it. Then remember again. So any situation where you know the truth, but forget it, and then you remember again. So it's like the flickering lamp. Thank you, Sean. So clean. You're wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So now, when you have noticed, you have brought one situation where clarity flickers, now you would ask gently, thank you, thank you. What would uninterrupted clarity feel like here? Before I move on, I would love to know, Sean, I'm sure you also have some days very busy in your life. So when you have the most busiest day, how do you first, do you find time for yourself to just relax or, you know, recharge yourself to be ready for the next busy moment? And if yes, how do you do that? Do you sing? Do you dance? Do you play an instrument? Or do you fly plane? Now, I said this because just today I came to know that there is a Broadway show guitarist um, who relaxes by flying plane. Wow. I was like, amazing. I've never heard something like that. So he flies plane. Also, he's building up on flying hours. But that is how he relaxes his mind. That was amazing. I heard it for the first time. So, how do you relax when it is a hectic day for you or it's one of your most busiest day? How do you find time to do so? And if yes, how do you do it? So please do write in the comment box. So now you would ask gently, what would uninterrupted clarity feel like here? So let the question open space. So once you've asked that, we would practice Om. So today we are going to practice Om 3 times. As we have practiced before, it's like every day. It's the 77th day, and we have been practicing for over 50 days now. So the that rises from the belly, the O which moves through the chest, and the softens at the lips. So let us do it 3 times. But remember, you have already asked yourself this question, that what would uninterrupted clarity feel like here? Let's begin. Take few shallow breaths. And I hope you have one hand gently placed over your navel. Nabhi. Nabhi is the Sanskrit word for navel, and Sanskrit is an ancient language from India. And if you're practicing yoga, yoga is in the Sanskrit language. So let's begin as we take a deep breath in and we exhale with Om. So we do it 3 times. Take a deep breath in. Om. Take a deep breath in. And the last. Take a deep breath in. And just stay in the moment. Relax the space between your eyebrows and just drop your tongue at the floor of the mouth. Create a small space between your teeth, and with your smile on, just relax. And slowly open your eyes. And now we contemplate on clarity, continuous clarity. Let my clarity be continuous, just like the steady lamp, not flickering in the dark room, but steady flame. And just hold this thought. Take a soft breath. And open your eyes. Excellent. That completes our stillness practice for day 77. So, like every day, today, your challenge, day 77 challenge. Take one moment of clarity today and extend it for a few breaths. One moment of clarity, and then contemplate on the clarity for few breaths. Breathe in, breathe in and out. Make it softer, rising from your nabhi, navel, and falling back on the navel. That's the challenge. Day 77 teaches us that the means to freedom. What is means to freedom? To overcome the cycle of suffering. The means to freedom is uninterrupted, discriminative knowledge, which is the clear distinction of the seer from the seen. The face, the mirror. The Purush, which is the pure awareness, from the material world, that is Prakriti. Clear distinction. When clarity becomes continuous, avidyā dissolves. Misidentification dissolves. And the seer stands free. So tomorrow we explore the stages of vivek, khyāti, and how clarity deepens step by step. Thank you for your presence today on day 77. We meet again tomorrow. Until then, stay warm, stay open, and most importantly, stay honest to your own story. I thank you all for your presence. Thank you.